Hey everyone, welcome back. It is Vortie here. We're going to take a quick look at the updates that were just implemented here in Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. I'm sure you guys are pretty new to this, as everyone is, so we're just going to go dabble around from what I've seen so far. So I'm going to show you what I've done, and then we can kind of take a look at what's going on so far. So the first thing, and probably the biggest change that we've gotten so far, is going to be the expeditions. So once you click on expeditions, it's going to kind of explain a little bit to you about it. I've actually gone through it already. Essentially what you should do is you want to push through it as fast as possible to get your first group of 4 out there. Or sorry, what I mean by group of 4 is like your 4 actual runs going. You'll be presented here with a new page after the little tutorial they give you, and you'll be doing one at a time, at which point you're going to unlock some recipes, and you're going to be told a few different things about exactly how you're going to be progressing through it. So the one thing I want to point out here, so if you click on achievements, based on how many relics you get, so every time you complete a expedition you get a relic. The more difficult the expedition, the more relics you get. The more relics you get to unlock these different tiers where you're gonna get additional rewards. So the first tier is going to be 40, and it's 5 metal gigantars. Next one is at 80, and it's 100 lapis. At 120 you will get a summoning ticket, which is super sexy. And then 160 you'll be getting a 4-star but 5% trust Moogle, which is really good. So obviously right now the difficulty of getting that is a little bit skewed because we're not really sure how fast this is gonna go. But as you notice here, there's different kinds of tiers on the right here, like relics that are rewarded. So at this current point we can get between 1 to 4, and I've already unlocked some level C ones, which is 2 to 5. So that's kind of what you're getting per a run, and the ones I'm currently running are about 8 hours per. So obviously if you're gonna be spending real life money and, like, you know, purchasing lapis and like ways to speed it up, then this is gonna help. You're gonna just skyrocket through these. So I'm not really sure how fast you can really do it, but it tells you at the bottom here, relic score resets in 7 days. So you want to make sure you get to that 160 before the 7-day mark, and then you're gonna get that reward. I'm hoping that it doesn't really require you to be resetting to get that, because that's going to be a little bit, what's the word, scummy. It's going to be very scummy of Gumi to put in like a thing that's a little bit unattainable. So just by looking at the number here, 5 to 8, and you can do 4, it's easily see just by math that you should be able to reach that. But we don't have the S available yet, at least I don't, because if you can see here ongoing, I was able to get some C's in there. And as I was like clicking through them, you get a random one like presented to you, and once a day you get a refresh. So I was clicked on the ones I have right now, and then after this I'm going to refresh to see exactly which ones I get here. But currently these ones require 8 hours to complete. When you click on it, they give you it says use an item, and on the left there it'll present you with which item they're going to be using. So if it's something that you're not going to use anyways, you might as well give it so it goes to 100%. I'm just testing it to see here really what the fail rate is. I picked these 2 C's here at 80%. I could have given them the items, but I was really interested to see how it's going to affect it, because 80% success is really high. So, and the 90% is really high, and 100% means you're going to win no matter what. So I want to see if these 2 fail, and then I want to see if this one will fail as well, and this one I just picked as is. So going forward, just looking at the items, I'm probably going to pick the items every single time, because they're not very expensive or pricey so far that I've seen. They're normally things that I've already gathered thousands of, and it's no big deal. So that's my, I guess you can say, opinion on that, and you guys can kind of take that and run with it. So we'll see how that is in 8 hours. Well, this one's done in 2 hours and 40 minutes. So I'm probably going to redo this one and pick something more difficult if I can, and then one of these is 24 hours, this one right here, the poker tournament. The Bad to the Bone is 8 hours, and then Can't Be Free is also 8 hours. So that's pretty much Expedition in a nutshell, and your rewards or whatever will be sent to your actual box. Okay, so the next thing here is that I'm going to look at the EX system, which is the purchasing lapis. So when you go to purchase lapis here, at the bottom here is every time you purchase lapis, you're going to get some points. So this is why I haven't been spending money on the game, because I knew the system was going to be hitting eventually, and at that, like, purchasing anything before really wasn't worth it, because right now you get rewarded for doing what you're going to do anyways. So in this case, I ended up purchasing the last vault here. I'm going to try and limit the stuff how I do it, so I'm going to be more strategic rather than just spending. And the reason why I'm doing that is so you guys are aware, I'm not a free-to-play player, you guys already know that, but I don't want to cater just to pay-to-win players. What I wanted to do is I wanted to be like in the middle, where it's like when certain things come out, I'll pull for them. If it's not really important, I'm going to take the free-to-play scene and not pull for it, because if it's not going to be useful for me, it's not going to be useful for you guys more than likely either, and then that way you guys can kind of craft your personal opinion whether you want to pull on that or not based on what I'm doing, and I'm going to be choosing it that way. So when I just started the game, I would just throw money at the screen and be like, I want everything, but then I realized the point isn't really just to have everything, because I ended up getting units I'm not using at all, and it's kind of a waste. Yes, it's for collectability, and I don't regret it, but I want to be a little bit more strategic. So that's the way it's going to be. So more than likely, the way I might be approaching it right now, I guess you can say till my YouTube financial situation kind of like stabilizes, I'm probably going to be purchasing it once a month, which means that for the 2 to 3 banners that come out, I'll be strategically picking which ones I want to be pulling on, whether they're worth it or not. And this is, for you who are free to play, is going to be very heavily valued for you, because you're going to get an opinion of a person who's going to strategically pick or choose which banner to pull on based on how much that banner might affect me if I do get the rainbow crystal or that unit, right? So that's kind of what's going on here. But anyways, when you do get that, once the purchase goes through, you'll have a window that appears up, and then it's going to start kind of ticking off all the different points you've acquired, like what you've gotten so far. So you get an EXE ticket here, so up to 100 points, which is what I got up to a 4-star guaranteed EX ticket. So these 4-star EXE guaranteed tickets are for the EXE banners. It's not something that you can use currently in the actual thing from the looks of it, but we'll double check that as well right now while we're recording. And as you kind of progress through it, you know, next time I buy again for 139, if I do by by next month, whatever, I will get a guaranteed 5-star ticket. And then after that, I will get another 4-star guaranteed ticket. So this is a very primitive plan in comparison to what the Japanese version got. In the Japanese version, they have a bigger tier, and on top of that, their tiers also have units and stuff like that, and other rewards that they kind of unlock. So one unit I know of so far that they've had and nothing else yet is Lorraine. So that system is implemented, and that's kind of how you can take a look at it. Okay. So we can go right here. So I've actually already purchased it, and I'm gonna pick up all those things. So there's the EXE things there. As you can see, their strings are still broken, so they're using %s for string, and then it's not populating or whatever. But that's my 70 lapis, and then the remainder of the rewards. I'm just gonna claim everything here. Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Van Dam. Alright, let's see, they got some information here as well. Okay, so known issues. Let's see, we have confirmed the following issues with the game and have begun investigating and fixes. Once a player has acquired X points, they appear to be reset in the bundle shop's XPT counter after the app has been restarted. Entering the Lapis shop or purchasing another bundle will force the XP point counter to refresh and display the correct amount. Purchasing multiple cash bundles may cause the EXP point amount in the bundle shop to overlap. Interesting. EXP point reward screen does not pop up when an EXP point reward threshold has been reached. In your bundle shop, the rewards will be sent to your message box. Very sorry for you. Okay, so essentially it's just display problems they're having here, and then the maintenance thingies are going to be overlapping. So here's the maintenance notes. Update to version 2.21. Equipment quests added. Unlock containment. Oh, containment. Nailed it, Vortie. Unlocked continent 6.2. Added Esper Lakshmi. Expeditions were added. 6-star upgrade for Fina has been added. Base inventory slots plus 50 has been added to everyone. Various minor bugs have been addressed, and also what they're missing is a dash. Various minor bugs have also been introduced. Duh. As you can see right here, I'm just pulling their leg. It's all good. They didn't extend the maintenance, which is fantastic. It's looking really good. Alright, the next thing here that you want to probably have noticed, if you click on summons, it's broken into 2 different tiers now, which is exactly as it is in the Japanese version. You have rare summons, which is kind of our normal summoning system, and then standard summons are the ones that they've kind of implemented everything else into. So this is where you can get your vision shard summons, something like that. So I'm not sure what other vision units are going to be in here, but Currently we have Calcis, you have your standard summons, you have your 10+1, which is, there's no tickets. I don't have the tickets. I don't know where we're going to get these tickets yet or how we're going to get them. More than likely, for logging in, you're going to be getting them. But the fact that it says 10+1 summon tickets, and it's not the guaranteed one, which is fine, which means we're going to be getting more than one 10+1 summon ticket. I'm not really sure yet, but we'll see. They kind of put that in there. I mean, to be completely honest, they can give us 100 of these. It doesn't matter. RNG is RNG. Some people might do multiple pulls and get rainbows every single time, but then you might have bad luck, just like me, and then you're gonna pull all 10 and you're probably gonna get mostly blues, right? So it's just RNG. So honestly, it doesn't really matter how they're gonna produce this. However, the one thing to take note about this is it says here summon ticket held. I don't know why they would implement something like that in the corner there and do the coding for it if they're only going to give you one ticket. So, you know, and plus when you click in here, it tells you how many you're holding of these 10+1. So, interesting to see exactly what it's going to do. I'm sure there's some information out there right now, but I don't have time currently to kind of scavenge through it. So I'm just kind of jumping into it, looking at it, and then recording, and then I gotta get to the other things. So here's the summoning ticket. So you got a rainbow crystal guaranteed as if you got the 5. You got the golden crystal guaranteed, which is the 4. EXE summon tickets, so get rare units. So as you can see here, I have 2 of the rare units, and I got 1 of the 4-star based minimum. So it's just like anything else. Your blue summons have a chance to become gold, and your gold have a chance to become rainbow. Same thing with your blue going to gold into rainbow. It's the same thing. It's just individual summons that you're gonna getting. I don't want to say rewarded. It's more like compensated, because rewarding is something you get for just doing, like, you know, playing the game. This is more like compensation. It's like, oh, you paid a lot of money for a mobile game. You know, you could have bought like 3 actual console games. Oh, here's a summoning ticket of something, right? It's a compensation. It's not a reward. Okay. So as far as that goes, that is that. If you go to your units or your items or whatever, so if you go to units, you can see here I'm at 455. I was at 405 originally, so I got that rolling. As well, when you send your units to expeditions, you will actually see, where are you? Where are you? Oh, there it is. Just saw one. See, it shows the unit, and then it will also tell you that they're on an expedition, which means when you try to put them, they have this like cool little icon beside them. So if you try to put them into your party or whatever and go with them, it'll say, oh, you can't do this because these dudes are not really here, they're actually somewhere else, right? So that's that part. I want to see if I can show you this part here. So let's see. Olden Sun. So very, very simple. You got a board reset. So click on board reset. It says training board reset. First time is free. Free for the first time. You can reset an Esper's training board and return spent SP so that you can retrain your Esper. Reset SP will be added to your total. Proceed. I'm going to be doing this for Odin. So yes. Yes. So the training board has been reset. All SP has been returned. You can now retrain your thing. So if I want to click again here, proceed with the reset. If I click on it, you can use lapis. Let's see, yes. So 100 lapis to reset. It's exactly what we were assuming it was going to cost. So that's pretty good news. 100 lapis, anybody can really come across, and if you make a mistake, even on your second time, it's not a big deal. It is 100 lapis. Now here's the question: is it going to keep growing? Based on what it says, I think it's only going to be 100 lapis going forward, no matter what. Okay. If I go into, actually, I don't need anybody else to even test to see if I can reset them. But so there you go. I had to reset Odin anyways because I wanted to get Blade. Where is it? Blade Blitz. So this time I'm going to pick up Blade Blitz. Maybe I'm a little bit more strategic about what I'm going to be going along. So I'm going to get all the attack. I'm going to get all like the abilities I really, really want, like Lance, which I think is important, and then like the killer effects, and then kind of really take it easy on everything else, because really you should be strategic for what it is. But because now you can reset, it's not a huge deal. Okay, so that is how you reset the Espers. It's very, very simple. Let me see, was there something else I wanted to point out? I don't think there was anything special that needed to be pointed out. as we know, they're introducing the unit set equipment quests. So you can do the one for Rain, you can do the one for Laswell, and do the one for Fina. So if you click on it, it's just the following through. It tells you, you know, complete the quest, you'll get the sword. Clear within 5 turns, you get the body. Clear without an ally being KO'd, you get what do you call it, the insignia. And don't use any items, you're gonna get the rare summon. So it's one, like, it's a very, like, jump in there, go do your shit, get your rewards, and get out. So more than likely what I'm going to be doing is I'll make separate videos for the individual ones so you can see how I did it. So that way you're going to be doing it. My primary goal right now with this is to try and get the summoning tickets. Obviously I'm going to go and try and do it all in one turn, or sorry, one go, but I want the 3 summoning tickets to try and get that elusive Tillith. Okay, and then the last thing and what we're going to finish off for this video is, if you are in story mode, you should be seeing now, so it's like right now it's still 2, like all of these are 2, so that change hasn't been implemented yet into the stories. That's going to be effective Friday, which should be tomorrow. So just hang in for that. That hasn't been changed yet, but it is coming. And my advice to you guys is to progress through the story as fast as you can, because you want to get that new Esper. And on top of that, if you click on any of these, oh dang, so there's a story here that you're gonna watch for a second. So if you don't want to get spoiled, I'd probably skip like 10 seconds. Actually, I'm just gonna skip this. I don't want anybody to get spoiled. I can watch that later. So when you click on the actual missions, you guys should know this. You get lapis for clearing it. It's very important to pick up all of these things. This is your easy way to get free lapis. You should be getting that lapis from all of your events to make sure that you get that free stuff. Like, see, I'm always going for max. If I miss one, I probably don't go back for it because of the cost of the energy. But now that the energy is halved, I'll more than likely go back and finish off some of the ones I did miss, whether I missed 1 or 2. So I'm going to pick those up as well. What else just came to my mind? I was just looking at it. Crafting. It's starting to be broken apart exactly as it is in the JP version, but now there is no crafting time. You want to make something, you tell how many you want to make, you click craft, it tells you the gil, it's done. It just crafts it and puts it in your inventory. So all of these things are remarked as new. It's because everything was reintroduced and now you have no crafting timer. There's one thing here, is that accessory should be here. Accessory. No. I don't remember where it went. I thought it was accessory. But anyways, you get a bunch of recipes for completing it might actually, oops, might actually be here. I might have actually jumped right over it. Ruler's ring, tournament ring. So essentially, for completing those expeditions at the start, you get a bunch of recipes that you can actually use, and you'll be able to make some stuff with it. So I'm not sure where that went, but you'll be able to make those adventuring things as well, which is really cool. So make sure you take advantage of that stuff. Alright guys, so hopefully I got everything covered in the meantime. Oh, sorry, it wasn't that. There it is. It's not, it's their actual materials. Boost attack, defense, and magic spirit by 10%, not stackable. Attack, defense, magic spirit, 50% not stackable. To craft it, you need the adventuring kit and 650 relics. Yeah, this is going to be very hard to craft. Right? Attack, defense, magic spirit by 40% not stackable. So those are the things you get. You get materials that you can equip, which are really beastly. That Adventurer 5 is beast mode. Alright guys, thank you so much for sticking around. Again, this was not a quick, but this was an overview of most of the things I've noticed that have changed and showing you exactly where they are. So if there's something else you also found, please let me know in the comment section below. I would like to share it with everyone, and you guys can share it with yourselves within the chat. So let me know in the comment section below how hyped you guys are. Let me know, are you guys going to be taking advantage of the EXC point system, and how do you feel about it? Do you feel more like as a reward or compensation? As you know, I'm just sticking with the compensation part. Thank you guys so much for sticking around. Enjoy the update. We got a lot more new stuff coming out tomorrow, so make sure you jump back for a video tomorrow on all of the new things that are coming out, and more than likely tomorrow I will be live streaming in the afternoon or the evening, so make sure you stick around for that as well. Thank you guys. I will see you in the next video. This is Vortie, and I'm out of here. Peace!